What's going on, everyone? We're going to look at Tesla. So I'm going over doing some charting for tomorrow. Kind of going to go over some of the stocks that I like to trade personally. Tesla, closed 4.5% down on the day, $6.92. Presented a fantastic opportunity for a short. Let's actually get into that before I look in for the levels for tomorrow. So if we're looking at Tesla, right? What I have pulled up here is the 1 hour time frame. Now we can just kind of go back to yesterday. Yesterday's lows on Tesla was sitting at around 158.60s. Immediately off the bell, we kind of got that washout, right? Into pre-market, into that first 30 minutes of the market open, we started to really wash down. Now our first area of demand was this blue line down here. This is called a linear regression channel 50. Look up linear regression 50 channel on Thinkorswim. You'll be able to punch it in. It's just channel levels here, gives us a little bit more of some support and resistance as far as trading ranges. So if we can kind of see yesterday's lows here, we have a pivot level under yesterday's lows of 158.74. And then, what we need to see happen is we need to break that pivot level. We need to put in a new low, which we did here at 156. 156 now becomes our short buy. So as soon as we break through the 156 on the next hour candle, which we did at 7 a.m., which is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when we're going to enter into this trade here. Now we dropped from a price of 156 all the way down to around 153. So that was a $3 move there. Right off, the first hour to an hour and 20 minutes is when I did the majority of my trading here. Kind of took that short, rode this down, and obviously just sold. So anytime I trade Tesla, I trade 10 contracts and I look to sell every dollar down, right? And I use break even as my stop, or if the trade immediately goes against me, I give myself a dollar risk on a stock like Tesla. And I've been doing it like that for years. So that's just how I like to set up my risk management on it. So, as I enter into this short position here, as soon as we move down a dollar, I'm going to sell immediately half of my position, get down to 5 contracts. We move down another dollar, I'm going to sell 3, which now takes me out about 85% of my position. And I just hold those 2 remainers to see, do we continue down or does it stop me out at break even? So I did take profits on those 8 contracts. The other 2 did stop me out at break even because as we got down here, we immediately pushed back up and it stopped me out. We essentially did nothing for the next 3 to 4 hours. We came right into this, kind of breakdown spot. So if you look at the linear regression channel, and I'll pull up my drawing tools to kind of go over this with you guys. If we broke down from this level here, all we did was have a nice flush. This is where I cashed out here. And then I held those runners and I got stopped out here, right? So I got stopped out here. We kind of trickled here for another 2 hours, and then we tried to break above it, but was just met with resistance before we eventually sold off again into the close. So what I'm looking at for tomorrow, Tesla still, it barely broke down through the daily pattern that we were holding here. So if you kind of look at the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days here, we kind of been riding this linear regression. Now today we got our first close. So if the market, again, keep an eye on Meta tomorrow. Meta did fantastic, closed at 209, and currently in the after hours we're trading at 234. That could definitely boost the market. We've seen what Microsoft and Google did for the overall market, and look at what some stocks did. Like Nvidia was up $7 today. Amazon was up more than $3 at one point on the day. Snow was up $12. So we had some stocks that did put in some moves. For the majority of the part, a lot of the momentum was to the downside today. So if Meta can kind of pull the market up a little bit, we see a little bit of a dead cat bounce on Tesla. I'm not going to be too interested on anything long on Tesla until the daily candle closes back over the 5-day moving average. As of right now, that's sitting at 161. So all of my bias is still going to be to the downside. If we do decide to pop, I'll just let it do its thing. I'll wait for the rejection and the follow through. What I'm looking for now is anything below 153. Below 153, you can see we've got a ton of room down. Next macro area of support is down at 112. Not saying we're going to get there, but being that we are below this channel now and we're below every single level of demand, we do have a little bit of more room to kind of go down. If I kind of look at the weekly time frame and see where we're at on the weekly chart, look at the weekly chart on Tesla, right? So now this week we have confirmed last week's lows. Those last week's lows were sitting at 160.27, currently trading at 152. So even if you're a swing trader or you're someone who's looking for a bigger macro move, all you need to do is pull up the weekly time frame. Look at what we did here. Last week we closed almost back towards March 13th lows here. So this whole channel that we've been in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks now, a month and a half, we finally have confirmed that we do have room to stretch maybe into that 107. Now again, if we want to meet a little bit of resistance. I would look for something in the 130s, 130 to a 140. That would be the area where I would take profits on this move if you are a swing trader. So we still do have about 10 to 15 points down. But again, don't get greedy. Don't think that just because, potentially we can come down to 135, 136, that we're going to get there. This can stop at any time in reverse, depending on the overall market. For Tesla to get bullish, for us to really, 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 really get bullish, we need to get over 185. That's it. We're going to make this very short, simple, and to the point. Again, lost this channel. All I'm looking for is a bounce, and I'm looking to lose today's lows. As soon as we lose today's lows, that's going to be my short position, and I'm going to do the same thing, take profits every dollar down. So if I take 10 contracts, every dollar down, I'm going to sell 2, sell 3, sell 4, whatever your heart desires, right? Again, if you guys want to learn how I'm finding these stocks and you guys want to trade with me and the team, you guys want to learn a little bit more about supply and demand, you want to get one-on-one coaching, definitely join evolutiontraders.com. I do live trading there each and every single day where I'm going over stocks and levels on a day in and day out basis, 5 days a week. I will see you guys all in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.